And good morning, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. And yes, I'm wearing my mad scientist outfit. And here's you. Hi, boys and girls. Uncle Al's promoting with Steve over at Corsair Trainer. Yes, this is a VR for Corsair Trainer. Please check out his tabletop exercise part 3, Yellowstone. Now, a lot of you don't know that Uncle Al was a bit of an adventurer and I can't get my benefits or anything else because stupid governments marked everything ultra secret, top secret, so I don't have it passed. So I'm really screwed. Okay, now Steve's doing a table exercise on Yellowstone, the Caldera, the volcano thing. Now, all right, I'm glad I went through two. I went through Mount St. Helens and Mount Pinabut, never pronounce that Filipino volcano. Okay, now a lot of people don't know. After that, Uncle Alan freaked, and I talked out to a lot of volcanic scientists at that site. Now, think of total darkness. You see lightning coming out of the ground instead of going down into the ground. You have the high beams on. You cannot see anything. You're covered in ash. Luckily, I escaped alive. Not dead like those boneheads over at Mount St. Helens, but I had a heck of a time moving certain planes out of the Washington area, which I can't mention, or I go to jail or prison, and I don't want to be fresh fish. Okay. Now, Steve's doing a very good job on his tabletop exercise number 2. But here's my point. Can you breathe? Okay? Within 40 miles of that volcano, if it's a full eruption, not partial, full, you have a heat blast equal to 2,400 degrees. Very toxic gases, and you have 40 miles of volcanic materials. In other words, think of Pompeii and think of burning everything falling on top of your head. Okay, now if it's a small explosion, let's say just a burp, not a big eruption, Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, Utah will be paralyzed by extremely fine acidic, repeat that word, boys and girls, acidic ash. I got a lot of notes on this pig. Okay, let's see. No, that's that way. Okay, thousands will die. Okay, first 40 hours due to inhalation of the ash. Now a lot of people says, "But Uncle Alan, I have one of these things." That won't help, or NPR 95 won't help. Okay, these are totally useless in this situation. All right. Same as a jet engine in the air, these glass particles, the dust, that's not like regular dust or forest fire dust. This is fine glass particles. Now, why it's so bad to jet engines is jet engines are moving at superheated speed. So glass particles suddenly cools, hit the hot jet engine, what do you get? Molten glass. So you have enough of these glass particles who go through the engine, it clogs up. Now, we're not that hot, but we have lungs, and lungs are very delicate. So if you ask Hubble's cat, if you enforce razor sharp volcanic glass into your lungs, it's going to get lacerated, you're going to bleed, and you're going to drown to death in a pool of blood. Okay? Now, suppose you escape the ash cloud and the heat blast, and this is a minor burp. This is not full-scale eruption. I have more information on a full-scale eruption, which is all you do is bend over, grab your ankles, and kiss your ass goodbye. Okay, sorry about that word, but it's the truth. Now, let's say you escape and you take shelter. Problem, big one. If you take shelter in buildings and houses, you're basically taking shelter in an oven. You cook, but you're smarter. and you take advantage and you go underground, which is good. Bad thing is, if it's not sealed airtight, you will die. Period. No ifs, no buts. But we have oxygen tanks and we have a rebreather and we have filters. No, you will die. Period. Okay, here it comes. Toxic gases for 40 miles around that volcano will seep underground. Now, a lot of people are like, duh, I'm trying to process, Uncle Alan. What do you mean, toxic gases? Start up your car in the garage, shut all the doors and windows, and see what happens. It's like, okay, people, it's time to think. Use your brains. Okay, toxic gases. Favorite of mine is hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, and a few other ammonia vapors and certain other really toxic and nasty gases, hydrocyanic acid in vapor form. Okay, will seep into the underground shelters. So unless it is sealed tighter than a space capsule, you don't have that much luck. And this may last for a week. So how much air do you have, or how long can you breathe? Okay. Meanwhile, in the surrounding states, like I said before, let me go look back there. Yeah. Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, and Utah. Remember, they have this paralyzing acidic ash falling around, but they really don't notice what's coming around them. Very slowly during the night. This is a minor eruption, just a burp, and you got the ash cloud drifting around. Okay? At night, all right, it's cooler. Hydrogen sulfide clouds, remember I told you this before, kills tens of thousands in their sleep. This is infants and elderly and people with, like me, Uncle Al, die peacefully in their sleep. Okay? Tits up. Period. All right? Good thing is, this is traveling eastward. Okay? The affected states are, let's see, Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, Utah. So our friend Tyler, Let's Talk About Prepping in Idaho, is dead. Killed in his sleep by hydrogen sulfide. Now, if you fart in your room for like 1,000,000 times, that's the amount you're going to breathe in. Okay? Die in their sleep. Now, traveling eastward, the fine the fine ash wreaks havoc in vehicles and electronics. So if you're a first responder, police officer, ambulance, whatever, your cars won't work. Okay? All electronics, all industry, this is 3 feet of ash going eastward. So where Will is living right now, everything is blown to hell. His car won't start, and he's sitting in a pile of ash. All right? Gotta remember, anything around the northern Rockies is dead meat. And this is a minor burp. So please go watch. Where'd I write that down? Not Will Russell. Yeah. Corsair Trainer tabletop exercises number 2. That's the 3rd episode. Go see it. This is just a minor burp. Okay? It's a very good episode. I highly recommend everybody to watch it. But Uncle Alan's been through 2, and I'm not going to do a 3rd. Okay? Now, let's see. Now, the U.S. coast is lucky. They sort of escaped for the last 4 days of this effect. This is a minor burp. Okay? But within that time period, get the hell out of North America. Canada, America, Mexico. Get the hell out. All right? Go someplace else. Now, my plan is I'm going to Hawaii first, and then Japan. I'm dropping off my mother over there to my aunts, and then I'm taking off. Bye, Mom. Bye, everybody. Now, if you're stupid and you're staying on the West Coast, in less than 1 week's time, you have 2 inches of ash, volcanic ash. Now, we're lucky because the gas is heading that way east. So everybody in, like, I forgot, Nebraska, Texas, because the Earth spins, and then probably New York and everybody, well, near the Mississippi are going. Okay. Now, on the West Coast, you have 1 week to escape before all airlines, all air traffic in the United States grinds to a halt. That's why I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Okay, you got less than a week to escape. This is a minor eruption. Now, the West Coast, California, will get 2 inches of ash, fine ash. Oregon, you're closer to the epidemic. You might get 3 or 4, about 3, 2.5. And so does Canada and Alberta. I mean, you're screwed. Okay, now again, let's go back to my notes. Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, Utah. About this time, most people are dead unless you take preventive measures. And unfortunately, there's another problem that comes up. I'm sorry this one's going to be long. Remember my last video, everybody, I was talking about water? Well, guess what's in the water now? Remember those gases? Remember those ashes? The water has turned brackish. Now, you try drinking it. This will affect surface water, underground water, because gases go underground, kids. Oh no, Uncle, that means I can't drink out of the toilet? No. Okay, so I'm keeping this short. You got less than 1 week to escape. Now, if you escape to Europe, you're fine. If you escape to Japan, you're fine. Hawaii, you're still fine. But you ship in a lot of goods. No, same thing with LA. Now, the problem with LA is it's on that same fault as Yellowstone. So I'd be really nervous in LA. Or the Sea of LA. That's a minor eruption. So you have 2 problems. But usually we're good on the West Coast for up to less than a week. Between a week to less than a week. Okay? Now, don't forget to check out Steve's tabletop exercises for Corsair Trainer, Part 3, Yellowstone. Okay, and this is a minor eruption. This is not a full-scale, I'm going to kill you, everybody in the whole world kind of explosion. A minor explosion. So as the dust cloud heads east towards Whale Rush of just-in-time prepping, unless you make the right choices and get the hell out of Dodge, you're going to die. Now, a lot of people, again, will show some kind of mask. This is why reason Uncle coughs a lot. Or go into a bunker or some kind of baloney. If this happens in Yellowstone, get the hell out of North America. No chance, nothing you can do, you die. Period. Okay? You run the other way. Now, first responder and FEMA will try to send you decontamination kits and water. And Homeland Security, I know, I forget, I think it's Greg or Eric. I can't remember. Uncle has brain damage. But Camp and Patton used to work for Homeland Security. They know it's a losing battle, so they won't waste their time on these states. I got to check my notes, which is Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Colorado, and Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, Utah. You bought the farm, kids. No government help. It's because it's useless. Why help people there? They're going to die no matter what you do. Dead. So please check out tabletop exercise number 2, part 3, Yellowstone. This is a minor explosion by Steve of Corsair Trainers. Very good. I highly recommend it. Please watch it. Bye, kids. Here's Bye, kids. Don't drink poison water or drink the breathe the air. Breathe the poison air either. Bye, folks.